Have you ever wondered if there's a simple way to lower your blood sugar without taking pills? For many older adults, managing sugar has become a daily struggle filled with medication side effects and confusing food choices. But what if I told you? There are 4 fruits that are not only safe for seniors, but actually help remove excess sugar from your blood naturally. I know it might sound hard to believe. After all, for years we were told that fruit is packed with sugar and should be limited, especially if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic. But not all fruits are created equal. And the ones I'm about to share with you have compounds that regulate insulin and lower thestosterone 1C numbers. In this video, we're going to break down 4 specific fruits that have been shown to help older adults lower their blood sugar naturally. Each one comes with its own unique benefit, backed by real science and real stories. And as always, we're not here to overwhelm you with complicated jargon. We're here to offer hoping, clarity, and practical advice you can start using today. So, if you're someone who checks their blood sugar every morning, worries about the long-term effects of medication, or just wants to feel more in control of your health again, stick around. You might be surprised by how much power is sitting right in your fruit bowl. Number 1, blueberries. Let's start with one of the most overlooked superfruits for seniors, blueberries. They may be small, but the impact they can have on your blood sugar levels is anything but. Blueberries contain a powerful combination of antioxidants, fiber, and polyphenols that do something remarkable inside your body. They actually improve insulin sensitivity. That means they help your cells absorb glucose more efficiently, so it doesn't stay floating around in your bloodstream causing trouble. This is especially important for older adults because as we age, our bodies naturally become more resistant to insulin. And when that happens, blood sugar starts climbing, energy crashes become more frequent, and the risk of complications like nerve damage or kidney issues grows. But just a handful of blueberries a few times a week can gently nudge your body in the right direction. What makes blueberries different from many other fruits is their incredibly low glycemic index. That means they don't cause a rapid spike in blood sugar like a banana or a piece of white bread might. Instead, they release their natural sugars slowly and steadily, giving your body time to respond. Even better, they're packed with something called anthocyanins. These are the compounds that give the blueberries their rich, dark color, and they've been shown in studies to reduce inflammation and lower post-meal blood sugar levels. So, for older adults who can feel sluggish after eating, adding blueberries to your breakfast or snack routine might be just the gentle support your metabolism needs. Take George, a 74-year-old man from Oregon. He'd been battling high blood sugar for years, and every time he visited his doctor, he left with more frustration and more medications. But when he began adding a serving of blueberries to his diet every morning, just a simple mix into his yogurt or cereal, he started noticing real change. His afternoon crushes despaired, his morning numbers improved. And for the first time in years, his doctor actually told him he could reduce one of his medications. George said it best. It wasn't a miracle cure. It was just one small change that gave me back a little control. That is quiet power of blueberries. They're not flashy, they don't promise overnight miracles. But they show up every day doing the small work that adds up. Real change, and that's exactly what older bodies need. Consistent, gentle, natural support. So, next time you walk past the berry section in the grocery store, don't overlook those little bluegums. They might be tiny, but for your blood sugar and your long-term health, they pack a mighty punch. Number 2, cherries. Next up is a fruit that often gets overshadowed by apples and oranges, but deserves a spot on every senior's plate. Cherries, especially tart cherries. These little red gems do much more than please the taste buds. They actively help lower blood sugar levels thanks to their high concentration of polyphenols and anthocyanins, the same compounds that give them their vibrant color and distinct tangy flavor. But more importantly, these compounds reduce the oxidative stress and inflammation, two of the main culprits behind insulin resistance in older adults. And when your body starts to respond better to insulin again, that excess sugar floating around in your blood finally has somewhere to go. One of the reasons cherries are so helpful is because they target the deeper issues behind high blood sugar, not just the surface symptoms. When you eat a bowl of cherries, you're not just avoiding a blood sugar spike. You're actually helping your body restore balance. That's a crucial difference. And it's something that many people don't realize. Instead of just cutting out sugar, imagine supporting your body's natural ability to handle it. That's what cherries do. They work with your system, not against it. Let's talk about digestion too. Many seniors struggle with bloating, discomfort, or irregularity, which can affect how food is processed and how sugar is absorbed. Cherries are high in both fiber and water, which means they support smooth digestion. And when your digestion is working better, your entire metabolic system gets a boost. Your blood sugar becomes easier to manage, your energy levels stabilize, and that frustratingical fatigue and hunger starts to break. And it's not just theory. I recently spoke with a 68-year-old woman named Barbara who started incorporating cherries into her diet 3 to 4 times a week. Sometimes fresh when they're in season and other times frozen in a no-sugar added juice. After 3 months, she reported not only lower fasting blood sugar numbers, but fewer nighttime awakenings, better sleep, and fewer cravings during the day. She said, "I didn't change much else, just started focusing on cherries. It was like my body stopped fighting me and started working." With me, now, of course, like anything else, cherries need to be eaten the right way. We're not talking about tree pies or cherry-flavored candies. We're talking about whole real cherries, fresh, frozen, or juiced with no added sugar. That's where the magic is. And when seniors make the shift toward foods that support their bodies rather than strain them, everything changes. You begin to feel lighter, steadier, and more hopeful because you're not just reserving the day, you're giving your body what it needs to thrive. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe. And turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, guava. This next fruit might not be as common in every American kitchen, but for those who discover it, it can be agamaker, guava. Now, guava may not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of blood sugar support. But this tropical fruit is loaded with powerful compounds that help seniors regulate glucose more effectively, even after meals. And here's the surprising part. It's not just the flesh that's beneficial. The peel and even the leaves of guava contain strong antioxidants and hypoglycemic agents that help reduce the absorption of sugars in the digestive tract. For older adults, post-meal spikes can be especially dangerous. Your body might already be slower to process sugars. And if your meals include processed carbs or hidden sweeteners, those spikes can shoot up quickly and stay high longer than they used to. Guava steps in as a buffer. Its high fiber content, especially soluble fiber, slows down the release of sugar into your bloodstream. That means a smoother rise in blood sugar rather than a sudden spike followed by a crash. And the steady rhythm is crucial for maintaining consistent energy, focus, and even mood throughout the day. One thing many people overlook is how blood sugar affects emotional health in older age. When glucose levels swing too wildly, it doesn't just wear out your organs, it wears out your spirit. Seniors can feel foggy, frustrated, or even depressed without realizing their diet is playing a role. Guava, by helping to stabilize that internal chemistry, becomes more than just food. It becomes a quiet supporter of your emotional well-being, and the best part, guava is incredibly versatile. You can eat it fresh, sliced into salads, blended into smoothies, or even brewed into a warm tea using the leaves. Some people sprinkle a bit of salt or lime on it, and it becomes an afternoon treat that's both delicious and health-boosting. And unlike some sugar-reducing foods that taste bitter or bland, guava is sweet, slightly floral, and refreshing, perfect for satisfying that sweet tooth without sending your sugar levels through the roof. I met a 71-year-old man named Ronald at a local health workshop who shared his guava story. He had been struggling with blood sugar spikes for years, especially after lunch. He began eating half a guava before his meals, and within weeks, he noticed a difference. His after-meal energy dips were gone. He didn't need a nap every afternoon, and when he saw his doctor a few months later, his A1C had improved. Ronald told me, "It felt like a tiny shift, but it changed how I felt all day long." What that tells us is the small changes, when matter consistently, don't just add up, they compound. And choosing fruits like guava that work with your body instead of against. It is one of the smartest, kindest things you can do for yourself, especially after 60, because it's not just about living longer. It's about living better, more clearly, more calmly, and with more control over how you feel each day. Number 4, grapefruit. Here's a fruit that's been both praised and warned about, depending on who you ask. But when used properly, grapefruit can be one of the most effective blood sugar supporters out there for older adults. It's not just tangy taste or the vibrant pink color that makes it special. Grapefruit contains a powerful compound called naringenin, which plays a unique role in helping the body use insulin more efficiently and in slowing down the rate at which glucose enters your bloodstream. Now, let me be clear. This doesn't mean grapefruit is some magic pill, but what it does mean is that it gently nudges your metabolism in the right direction. And for seniors, that gentle nudge is often exactly what their body needs. After age 60, your insulin sensitivity naturally declines. Your pancreas might not be producing quite as much insulin as before, and your cells may be a little more resistant to it. So what happens? Sugar floats around in your bloodstream longer, causing damage to nerves, blood vessels, and organs. That's where grapefruit comes in. It helps reduce insulin resistance and improve your body's ability to pull sugar out of the blood and into the cells where it belongs. One fascinating thing researchers have found is that the natural acidity of grapefruit also helps suppress appetite and reduce cravings for sugary foods. For many seniors who struggle with sugar addiction or emotional eating, just half a grapefruit in the morning can set a more stable tone for the day. And if that sounds too simple to be true, think of it this way. When your taste buds are satisfied by something sharp and citrusy, you're less likely to reach for pastries or sweetened cereals right afterward. But there's a caution you absolutely must. Note ignore, grapefruit interacts with many common medications. Blood pressure pills, statins, and even some antidepressants can become dangerous when taken with grapefruit. So before you add this to your diet, please speak with your pharmacist or doctor to make sure it's safe in your case. That said, if you do get the green light, this fruit can become a regular ally in your fight against blood sugar spikes. Ion spoke with a 68-year-old woman named Dethel who was struggling with high morning sugar readings. Despite eating healthy dinners, she started eating half a grapefruit before breakfast. And over a few weeks, she noticed something shifting. Not only did her fasting glucose improve, but she said her cravings for sweet muffins in the afternoon completely disappeared. She and said that grapefruit saved from myself more than once. Stories like Ethel's are not uncommon. When you find the right foods that work with your biology instead of against it, your whole day becomes easier. You gain more stability in your mood. Your energy doesn't crash halfway through the day, and you don't feel like sugar is controlling your decisions. Grapefruit, for those who can tolerate it, is one of those fruits that quietly works behind scenes to steady your system and lighten the load on your body. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Final thoughts. If you've made it this far, I want you to pause for a moment and give yourself a little credit, because what you've just done isn't just watching a video about fruit. You've taken time out of your day to invest in your future health, your independence, and your well-being. That alone sets you apart from so many others who simply accept aging as a downhill journey, but not you. You're here, you're learning, and you're taking control. And that tells me everything you need to know about your strength. Now, let's be honest. Blood sugar problems in old age aren't just about what we eat, they're about how we live. There are both little daily choices that add up over time. And the truth is, nobody has a perfect track record. We've all had times when we reach for something sugary because we were tired or stressed or just didn't know any better. But here's the beauty. Every day is a fresh opportunity. Every piece of fruit you choose, every walk you take, every night of good sleep, you are literally building your health. One simple act at a time. What I hope you walk away with, Toddy, is this. You're not powerless. Far from it. Your body is always trying to heal. It just needs the right tools. And these 4 fruits, they're not fancy or expensive. They don't come with a prescription or a warning label, but they do come with decades of nutritional backing up their benefits. And when added to a balanced lifestyle, low stress, plenty of water, regular movement, good sleep, they can help your body stabilize in ways you may not have experienced in years. I want to remind you too that your worth is not defined by a number on a scale or a reading on a glucose meter. Your worth is defined by the wisdom you carry, the love you give, and the courage you show every time you choose something healthy, even when it's hard. So be proud of every good decision you've made, no matter how small. They matter more than you know. As someone who's worked with older adults for many years, I can tell you this. The ones who thrive, the ones who truly enjoy life into their 70s and 80s and beyond are not the ones who chased perfection. They're the ones who stayed curious, kept learning, kept adjusting, and kept believing in their ability to grow. That's you. That's who you are. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.